Hello everyone, Kathleen Riley here. Hey, I wanted to give you a little teach point this afternoon and teach you something about hand posture, hand position, especially for technique at our instruments, as well as when we're doing other things that involve a lot of using our muscles for a long time. Okay, and so I'm going to shift right now. I'm going to shift the camera and have it looking at my keyboard on my piano. And so just give me a moment for that and then we'll continue the lesson. All right, so you can see my hand on the keyboard here, and you'll notice that the fingers are bent down from the large knuckle. This is very, very important and key in everything we do because we know that our hand grasps. Okay, it does not, we can't do much functionally with a hand when it's stretched out like this. I also want you to notice two things in your muscles, that when these knuckles are bent, they are actually operating the muscles that are in around these knuckles. Okay, so the knuckles being bent like this are activating muscles that are really important because they take the pressure off the muscles that are in our forearms. So I want you to think about what happens often, okay, pianists, my other instrumentalists, when we're struggling, we're reaching for notes, especially a large chord. Sometimes we flatten the hand out like this. When my hand is flat, look what happens. My knuckles are collapsed. And at that point, I'm sort of locking all these muscles here in my forearm. How many of you have suffered at some point or another from tendonitis, an overuse injury here, carpal tunnel perhaps, other strains that go on in this part of the body? And often when this locks up, it also affects our shoulder. Okay, so this is very, very important position to keep. We know that in our body, if we think about our legs, we know that we have our hip, which is where everything starts from. Then we go to the knee. Then we have our ankle and our foot. All right? I want you to think about your arms being your upper limbs. And I want you to think about the same thing. You have a hip, you have a knee, you have an ankle, and you have a foot. Third place, we have the same structure. You have a hip. So this large knuckle is where everything has to begin. You have the knee, you have the ankle, and you have the foot being the fingertip. So now if I go to reach that, and I do have a small hand. So for me as a pianist, I can't go into the middle of the key. I'm going to strain my hand. When I take it out here, I can grab the edges of those two, and I can maintain that bridge. All right? I'd like you to just think about that going through your day. Carry it with you, all my musicians and any of the actors too. I want you to think about what happens when you're reaching for things, and even as we get very intent upon expressing things, sometimes our hands want to kind of tense up. All right? If you found this tip helpful for you in any way today, please go to my website, drkathleenriley.com, download my free PDF, and learn more about what I offer. Thanks. Have a great day.